Happy Valentine's month, everybody. I'm the Sliders Review, and I'm here today to share with you some of my favorite Valentine's Day episodes from TV shows or even movies. Not everything is all lovey-dovey. Sometimes Valentine's Days deal with heartache and everything. So, some episodes will be romantic and lovey-dovey, while others will be very sad and heart-wrenching and stuff. But love is love. It doesn't always come with smiles and giggles and glee. So I'm here today to talk to you about Wizards of Waverly Place Season 2, Episode 2, Beware Wolf. This is a very hilarious episode of Wizards of Waverly Place. I miss Wizards of Waverly Place so much. You have no idea just how much I miss this show. I wish it was out on DVD more. This episode came out in September of 2008. It's been that long, man. I got into this because I think I was at that time I was watching Harry Potter, and then I saw I saw Disney Channel doing a Wizards type thing. I'm like, cool, it's kind of like a Harry Potter-esque type show, so I was totally on board. And the cast is just hilarious and great. God, I wish it was out on DVD other than the select DVDs that they have, but you gotta take what you can, you know what I'm saying? And so even though I don't have Disney Plus no more, I'm going to have to relay everything from memory. And I remember this episode just being just insane hilarious. It's Justin once again being the butt of every joke. And he ends up dating a girl, a mysterious girl who has some canine capabilities and stuff. And it's always it's always fun just to watch Justin get dumped on, because he's kind of the nerd of the family, and bad stuff always happens to him. He is one of the comedic reliefs of the show because of his dorkiness and stuff. And Justin, just like everybody else, wants to fall in love, you know what I'm saying? It's so hard, especially when you're a teenager and shy. So, during this time, social media was a huge thing, and more people was dating online after being scared of it. However, there's still some people feary of it because they're all somebody isn't who they say they are. And so Justin's friends set him up on something called WizFace, which is kind of like a combination of probably say Facebook, MySpace, Tinder, stuff like that, a dating site. Because back when I was growing up as a teenager, we didn't have dating sites and stuff because the internet wasn't that huge at that time. It was just starting to be available to everybody and all this other stuff. And back when people was dating online, then it wasn't such a good thing. But it's become more acceptable now because the internet is pretty much the world now, And so Alex is trying to tell him look, man, let's not forget when you went to Wiz Prom or whatever it was, and you brought that centaur girl there and everything. People aren't always who they say they are, because she lied to him or something like that, But he's all you don't know what you're talking about. You just don't want me to fall in love and stuff like that. And so they're looking at the girl profile, Isabella, and she's really cute and everything. And so, but there has to be a catch, right? So anyways, what is it? I'll get to this. Max and his friend are doing something with dogs, walking the dog, and doing something with cups. So that's the B plot of the story. So anyway, Isabella comes over and, she's really nice and everything. And when Justin's parents come over, they assume that Isabella is what is it? Alex's friend. They can't think that Justin can get a cute girl because he's such a dork, you know what I'm saying? And a nerd and stuff. And so I don't know if this happened before or after, but at some point in time they go to the park and they're talking and they're on their date. Alex, being Alex, just wants to spy on them. Because, she's just the bad girl of the show, and she's always getting on to her brother and stuff like that. Well, in the park, Isabella starts to act kind of weird. She starts to act kind of dog-like, talking about hello, 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 like the people in like the park, as opposed to like barking. And I think I don't know what it was. It was something with a frisbee. I think she caught it in her teeth. And then when Alex asked for like a sweater, oh no, Alex did something with a sweater, and then Isabella started like acting like a dog, like just like shaking it in her mouth and stuff like that. So Alex gets kind of suspicious, like who wouldn't? Like, why are you acting like a dog? So like Alex asked her, "Hey man, is there anything you left out like of your profile that you could be like a dog or something like that?" She's like, "I'm not a dog. I'm a werewolf." Oh boy. So at some point in time, maybe they're back at the house or something like that. And this is like when Teresa and them all there and stuff like that. Justin gives like, Isabella a kiss. And Alice trying to warn him that, dude, your girlfriend ain't exactly who she is, and he doesn't want to believe her. So when he gives her a kiss on the cheek, she then lets him know that, hey, I'm not a dog, I'm a werewolf, and blah, 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 stuff like that. So Justin's all like, that's fine, I'm not going to judge you. But then she's all like, oh, but I forgot to tell you, if you kiss a werewolf, you become a werewolf. And this is something she should have said before. And this is the one thing I remember I was watching a talk show, and people who was dating folks did not tell them everything about themselves. And so, like, this caused a lot of confusion. So he's freaking out, and then within moments, boom, he's hairy and stuff. He's a werewolf. And then, he's like, oh crap, dude, like I'm a werewolf. He's all like, then he starts acting a little bit weird, talking about his canine instincts are coming in. And he probably had to like hunt for meat and transform in a full moon. And she's like, oh no, we don't transform on a full moon. We transform every night. And so he is not exactly too happy. And so I think what it was is that like Alex makes like a joke, he gets offended, and then he's all like, me and Isabella gonna run away and blah 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 and stuff like that. And so they run away, and then Alex doesn't care. She's like, whatever, I'm done with you. And so like in comes Max with his cups and it's all like, well, since Justin's no longer here, I guess I'm your favorite brother. And so let's have a spitting contest in the cup to see who can fill it up with spit. Before he can even spit it out, she's like, oh, nope, I can't deal with this. I gotta go find Justin. Because she cannot live the rest of her life just having Max as her only brother. So while in the park again, because they don't have that many like budget for like set pieces and stuff, they're in the park again, and so they're talking about stuff, and they realize they have more differences than they have similarities and everything. Because Justin like werewolf movies, and she hates them because she says they're offensive and everything. And so she's all like, I'm sorry, Justin, but you should have put that in your profile. And if I would have known that, I would have never dated you. And he's all like, are you for real? Leaving stuff out of a profile, like being a werewolf and everything. And then so in comes like, the family. And Jerry has like a little chew toy, like, like it squeaks, like the little squeaky noise it makes. And so Teresa's all like, great, my son's a werewolf now and stuff. Like, normal parents don't have to do with this stuff. Because she's the only non-magical person in the family. Jerry technically is too, he used to be a wizard back in the day. So Justin, not wanting to be with Isabella and not wanting to be a werewolf, tells her, we're gonna split up and go in different directions so we can like evade my family. So she goes in one direction and he runs straight for the family. So of course Teresa is pissed. But Jerry, luckily for him, knowing a lot of stuff about wizards and magics and potions, said he knows a potion that can help. So back in the lair, Justin's in the little like cauldron, a giant cauldron, and taking a bath. I think it's a cauldron, I think. It's been a while since I saw this episode. So he's taking a bath and everything, but it's not working. So then Jerry realized, oh wait, you have to drink it. So Justin dives in, and then boom, he's back to normal. And so towards the end credits of the episode, Justin's at like I don't know where he's at. I think he was in the sub shop, which can't be because the Centaur girl came in and he's all like, "Oh hey you, I remember you," something like that. But this is still one of those most hilarious. This is when Disney Channel was in its prime, man, with Wizards of Waverly Place. That was one of the best shows ever during like the new era of like Disney once they got past the Zoog Disney era. And I remember I used to watch this like show all the time and stuff, man. It was like one of my all-time favorites because it was just hijinks left and right, and there's magic, so who doesn't love that? And then the thing that was so crazy is that I never knew the mom was the voice of Hawk Girl in the Justice League cartoon. That was like the cherry on top. Now, wasn't that romantic or depressing, depending on what kind of video I just talked about? Okay, well, happy Valentine's Day, everybody, and bye.